What's up, everybody? My name is Tremone, son of divine grace, and this is Character Transmutation LLC, where we transform your character from lead to gold. Now, on this video, we're going to be talking about overflow and how if your character is not in alignment with truth and the Most High, it will become overwhelmed, and you won't be able to hold it. Let's get into it. So this one is straight from the source. I don't have a board with me. I do have my board, but I'm not going to use it. This is strictly raw, uncut, unfiltered, directly from my experience. Let's talk about it. We got some time today. All right, so I had a cleaning company called Simple and Clean LLC. And that cleaning company, within a period of 4 years, it went from generating $3,000 a month to $20,000 a month. And when I got to the 20K, I thought I made it. I thought I finally reached the point where I can relax and things are just being taken care of. Family's good, I'm good, I can do what I want, and I'll be good. I was wrong, guys, because it was false. It was based off a false identity. Okay? I thought I was the owner of a cleaning company, and that was my destiny, right? That was my dream. And although the money was coming in, consistently $15,000 a month was coming in, I had to pay, I'll say 60% of that out to employees, to bills, to unforeseen, unknown expenses that popped up almost out of nowhere. I was working every single day. I barely had a day off. I didn't know who I was, not for real. I was just receiving the check and I was making things happen in the physical world. Don't get me wrong. I was doing what I needed to do and what I thought I wanted to do. I was making sure that the business was running. We were cleaning Airbnbs. We were cleaning almost every day. But I didn't make any time for myself. I barely made time for the family. I barely made time for the Most High. And it cost me. It cost me character, guys. I was smoking a lot of weed. I was still eating decently. I never really slacked on my diet. But I was smoking a lot of weed. Okay, I backtracked. I was eating way more junk food. Right now, I don't even eat it. If I do, it may be a chip here and there if I feel like it. But when I was smoking and out of alignment, man, I was eating junk food every day. But luckily, I still ate a lot of fruit. I still fasted, so I wasn't all the way off my center. But I was nowhere near in full alignment like I am now. So it cost me my character, guys, and the character is the true currency of life. It's currency that heaven responds to. It's a currency that the Most High honors. It doesn't matter how many miles you run. It doesn't matter how much work you do. It doesn't matter what's on a paycheck. It doesn't even matter like how many hours you work. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you're doing these things, right? How are you doing the day-to-day actions? How are you doing the work you set out to do? So it cost me character. It cost me peace. Peace, ooh. Guys, it cost me my peace. I was stressed out. I was having bumps all over the place. I was tired. And I was just trying to make it to the next day, the next week, the next pay cycle. Regardless of the money, guys. I could buy things that I needed, yeah. But I didn't have what I really needed, which was love. We can put the fingers up, guys. Love, peace, joy, abundance. And again, the money wasn't even abundant because I was still kind of living in a cycle of paycheck to paycheck. Somehow, I still came up short, even making $15,000 to $20,000 a month. When previously I was only making $3,000 to $4,000 a month. Keep that in mind, guys. But as my income rose, it seems like my workload increased, but my peace and character decreased because it wasn't built on a foundation of a golden character. So when it collapsed, we can fast forward a little bit, then we'll backtrack. But when the cleaning company collapsed after what was that, 2 years? After about 2 years of doing an Airbnb contract, I had nothing left. I literally had nothing. The bills was piling up, lost the car, and then eventually I lost the house. I lost everything. But in that process, guys, I started questioning. We're going great on time. I started questioning who I was. And I started questioning, like, was I truly destined to just be a cleaning company owner? And then my conclusion was no. I wanted to know who I was that could never be taken away. I wanted to build something, which was myself, right? I wanted to build something that would never fall apart again. And in that process, I started creating and developing Character Transmutation LLC from lead to gold. Now, even in the early stages of that process, I didn't understand what I was doing. I only knew that I needed to refine who I was. I needed to get better. And this sense of betterment was not based on outside um, validation, applause, appeasement, recognition. It wasn't based on anything but truth. And that's what started my journey to who I am today. As you see my YouTube and how I move and who I am, it's the Quantum King Alchemist. I remembered who I really was. And that can never, let me say it again, if you remember who you really are under the Most High, that can never, this is little flies, that can never be taken away. It can't take your truth away. It can't take your identity away. Let them take the car, let them take the house, let them take the money. You keep the truth. And the truth will set you free. So it was tough. You know, we ended up going 3.5 months homeless. Before we had a roof over our head, which was still not mine, it was my sister's. And then from there, we went to Airbnbs. And then the money ran out. And then guess what? Back at my mom's house. Back homeless. But this time, I had way more wisdom. I had way more humility. I had way more understanding, presence, peace, and faith. So my homeless period, if you're in a homeless period, guys, or if you're destined to go through one, don't take it as a punishment. Take it as a refinement of your character. Because what you're building in these hard times, it might not even be homeless, whatever it may be. What you're building in these hard times is building a stronger character, a golden character of, of love, of discipline, of peace, of humility, of focus, of discernment, of gratitude. These are the qualities that heaven look at to multiply your wealth, your love. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what heaven looks at to multiply everything you touch. I didn't understand it then, but I do more than understand it now. I live it. I embody it. And now I'm in a position where I built the man. Guys, you gotta understand. I built the man capable of holding the overflow. Because back when I was in my cleaning company era, my spiritual foundation was weak. Thus, the overflow became overwhelmed. I was smoking. I was having a lot of sex, losing a lot of semen. And my kids wasn't. What's up, brother? You all right? Yes, sir. We gonna keep that in. But my kids wasn't happy. You know, luckily I had my son. He was 1 to 2 years old, and he was a joy. You know, he kept it light. He kept it fun. He kept me calm. Really, shout out to my boy Quincy, man. But outside of that, you know, we had some fun times here and there. But I still came up short in all other areas, guys. Money didn't buy me peace, and it didn't lead to remember who I am. It just covered the goal that was always me. I even had some type of business drama. Like, it's not worth it, man. I was chasing the bag. I was stressed, and I was confused, and I was fearful of losing it. I was fearful of where the next dollar would come from. And guess what happened? It all collapsed anyway. And for like a week, I was stunned. I was like, "Woo!" I was like, "What?" I was done, guys. I was sad. I cried a little bit. I had to fire my whole team, shut all the operations down, and start over. But in that dark time, or what I perceived it as a dark time of lack and limitation, I remember it now. In that dark time, I found myself. I cultivated my truth. And I started to live in more alignment with the Most High. I said, okay, cool. The business failed. Let's build again. Had some wine, smoked some weed, sat by the fire, and then I was like, okay, let's build again. And then as I started to build Character Transmutation LLC, I realized that I couldn't really put forth maximal output while still doing these negative habits. So don't get it twisted, guys. Don't think that I just kept the habits. I kept the same character to build what I have now. I didn't. I had to let it go. And when I finally let the weed go, and this is a year ago. So when I finally let the weed go, which was maybe like a month ago, and I got full alignment, I was like, I'm done. I tapered off. The weed has been it's been a pivotal vice for me outside of anything else. And it was what was stopping me from reaching overflow in character. So when I finally let it go, after I tapered off for about a month or two, when I finally let it go, everything changed, guys. Everything changed. I got more peace. I got more wholeness. I remembered who I was. I remembered my purpose. I remembered why I'm here to serve. And then I started walking forward, and I didn't wait. I didn't wait. And that process of me developing my own character and true, living true to the standards I was putting out online, to change your character from lead to gold, you can only guess what happened. I became it, guys. I became the man that I sought to be since I was a child. And there's no better feeling than that. There's no amount of money that can compensate you for being the man that you was destined to be. So that vision you have in your head, the small whispers in the background of your life, that's your guidance system. So you better listen and act accordingly in obedience. Because if you're watching my shorts, that was a lesson. Obedience is what activates overflow. Now, it doesn't come financially first. That's the catch. It comes spiritually. It comes in the form of peace. It comes in the form of protection. It comes in the form of presence, being in the moment. And it comes in the form of alignment. Can't fake these spiritual qualities. And it comes in the form of faith. These are priceless qualities. I know I just named them. We almost done, guys. I just named them. But to live it, to embody them, ooh, you touching unknown territory. Let the money follow. Heaven is looking at who you are without it. Heaven is looking at what you do when no one watches. Heaven is looking at how you respond to negative circumstances. Are you complaining? Are you moaning? Are you cursing? Or do you accept the burden and you just get stronger? That's what you have to do. Take responsibility and just start lifting the spiritual weight, guys. Just lift the weight. You get stronger every day. Boom. Look, this is how it goes. Every day I denied myself. No weed. Boom. No sex. Boom. Eating healthy, no junk. Boom. Post it. No one looked. Boom. Record it. Boom. Set the system. Boom. 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 In the rain. Boom. No house. Boom. Come on, guys. This is true. This is true. And I'm not even standing to prove anything. I don't have nothing to prove no more. I got nothing to prove because I became it. That's what you have to do. You have to get so aligned with your truth, so aligned with the Most High and your spirituality that you become what you're seeking. You become the goal that you're seeking and you have nothing to prove. Let them see it. Let them feel it. So if you're watching this video, you're in the right place. You're in the right spot and you're also in the right frequency because this is the frequency of the Most High. So keep pushing the weight, guys. You're only going to get stronger. And it's just going to polish you. It's going to polish you into gold, baby. Golden character. Because cash wasn't the currency of the kingdom. Character always was. And I'm a precept to the day I got to go. That's my divine purpose. What is yours? And back when I was under the false illusion of identity, of the ego, of the false self, the temporary, the one that seeks approval and validation to be, the overflow overwhelmed me. So if you're in overflow of abundance of physical things, of resources and stuff, but lacking spiritually, I'm not saying give it all away, but stop looking at it like it means anything. It's only a reflection. It's only an echo. And you may have the money, but what else do you have? Do you have the truth? Do you know who you are? And until you can answer those two questions, the money is meaningless. Because you might have a roof over your head, but is your spirit at home in heaven? Ask yourself that question. This has been a good one, guys. I appreciate you, and if you need more help, check the link in my bio. I got everything you need. You can book a coaching call with me. You can ask me a question. You can join my dollar seminars. You can lock in on my coaching program. It's 4 weeks where you get one-on-one connection with me every single day for 10 days, for 21 days, 28 days, 10 minutes. And I set you up with the blueprint so that you can be the man or woman that God created you to be. This is true, guys. Let's do it. Come on, let them feel it. And then you can go. Say it with me with your chest, baby. From lead to gold.